Yes guys, welcome back to another video. Welcome to the George Benson football channel. Today, it's been a week, I haven't spoken about transfers for a week. I kind of put myself in a little bit of a transfer ban. I thought Chelsea had been in a transfer ban. We got it overturned. And then today, I kind of thought like, well, Chelsea overturned their transfer ban. Just because they're not doing anything about it, I'll overturn my own transfer ban. So here we are on GBFC talking about transfers again. And Chelsea, there is a little bit of news. I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, well, we signed Neymar thanks to my scouting mission in Paris. If you haven't seen the match log between PSG and Monaco, I'll stick it in the description. You should go and give it a watch. It was a good video. But Chelsea and Inter Milan have agreed terms for Olivier Giroud, which is a little bit of a surprising one, but at the same time it's kind of not surprising because Olivier Giroud's not really had a sniff under Frank Lampard, and when he has been given a little, he's not really done anything, to be fair. So Giroud moving on, it was something that we all kind of knew was going to happen, whether Chelsea are linked with another striker or not. Olivier Giroud's not been playing. He's at a stage in his career where feasibly he's not got many more years at the top of the game. He's probably on his way down within the game, but he's gone to Inter Milan, which is a big move, and it's probably the final big move that he'll get in his career. So credit to Olivier Giroud for what he's done at Chelsea. Came in from Arsenal, and he's actually done more than his price tag, especially with the Europa League form, the FA Cup semi-final goal against Southampton. He's done a lot, and I've enjoyed having him at Chelsea, but it's time to move on. Inter Milan have signed him, yet Chelsea, we still haven't bought anybody. We've bought Fiabema from Tromso. I've probably just completely butchered his name. He's 16 years old, straight into the under-18 squad. That's great news. At the moment, it's looking like there wasn't really any point other than reducing the fine, which feasibly is that really at the top of Chelsea's priority list? Probably not, considering the fine was hundreds of thousands and it's just been reduced to less hundreds and thousands. So, the fine isn't the big deal, but it is a positive. We can't say there's not been any benefit so far. That does exist, but Chelsea haven't really signed anybody who is going to come in and assure us that top four football is exactly what it is we're going for. We saw at the weekend in the game against Burnley, a very good performance. We're seeing new connections being built. We've got this right-hand side between Reece James and Hudson-Odoi that looks like it could be very good. Hudson-Odoi, I still think he'd be better on the left, but in terms of making the most of the squad that we have, Hudson-Odoi and Reece James's connection on the right-hand side of the pitch is definitely something that we could see a lot more of between now and the end of the season. That being said, when you look at the fixture list that Chelsea have got, we've got Hull City away in the FA Cup, we've got a huge game away at Leicester, and we've also got that run of games in between February and March where you've got Manchester United at home, you've got Spurs at home, you've got a home and away game against Bayern Munich, which will arguably be the biggest games in Chelsea's season, and you've also got the other filler matches in there. You've got Man City, you've got Aston Villa away as well between the Bayern away game. Chelsea's run of fixtures is going to be very, very tough. And you look at particularly the striker situation. Tammy Abraham, if he gets injured, am I confident that Michy Batshuayi will go into his place and score the goals that Tammy's been scoring this season? I would be lying if I tried to sit here with any conviction whatsoever and say that I'm fully confident that Batshuayi will be able to do that. We've not seen him play well enough when he's been given the minutes in order for us to suggest that that's going to happen. Yeah, okay, let's not forget that wonderful, incredible night in Amsterdam, but, I don't think Michy has got enough about him or the confidence right now. Probably, he's understandable. He says he wants to stay. Olivier Giroud's gone. Batshuayi probably isn't going to be the one to come in and just make us all very confident of being able to finish in the top four. Hypothetically, touch wood, touch the TV stand, Tammy Abraham, if he does get injured, we just got to pray that he doesn't. We've seen Christensen come in and put in a good performance against Burnley. We all know that a centre-back is probably something on Chelsea's long-term radar to try and get someone to come in and be the partner to either Tomori, Rudiger or Christensen or Zuma. I mean, there's loads of them. We know that's probably part of the agenda. You got the left-back situation where it doesn't look like Marcos Alonso's going to go anywhere at this stage. Emerson as well, they've both been linked with moves away from the club, but it's looking as though they're both going to stay at least until the end of the season. So, in terms of Chelsea's ability to buy, we can do so, but the club are being very, very tentative at the moment within this transfer window. We're being rumoured with everybody, and it's the reason I put myself on a video transfer ban, because we're being rumoured with everyone for like no reason. It's like, people get a name, they pick it out of a hat, and it's like, oh, Isco! We can talk about Isco actually. And then everyone's just talking about like, oh, will it, won't it, will it, slip, won't it? But then there's no official, like, Chelsea have gone in with a bid, or Chelsea have approached the player's agent, and Chelsea have spoke to the player. Moussa Dembele is the only one that I actually think there's been any real conversation, and Lyon are very, very stubborn with their approach to, we are not selling Moussa Dembele this January, and we also don't want to sell him next summer because Lyon have got plans to try and build themselves within French football and European football as well. So Isco is a name that we just put on my hand. I didn't actually put him anywhere, to be fair, but Isco's a name that's been rumoured with Chelsea at the moment. And again, I think I've been very black and white with my position with who Chelsea need to buy during this January transfer window. Do we need someone like Isco? As much as I love Isco, he's one of my favourite European footballers, I love him at Chelsea, but in terms of priorities and immediate moving forward, we need depth in other positions rather than the midfield creative position. Yes, we do need creative reinforcements, but as a priority, if we want to spend money, is Isco the number one priority? I don't think he is. I think Isco would bring something very similar to what Cesc Fabregas brought to Chelsea, where he's got that ability to make the killer pass. He can play in the left wing, he can play in central midfield on the left-hand side, he can play in an attacking midfield role. Isco would offer us a lot of versatility with being able to play in different positions, be it the 4-3-3 or the 4-2-3-1 that Frank Lampard has played for the majority of the season. As much as I'd love to get excited about Isco, I can't get around from the fact that I do think Chelsea need to reinforce in other areas as a number one priority. So in a nutshell, do I think that the squad that we have right now, in comparison to the rest of the team's form and squads in the Premier League, do we have a squad good enough for the top four? Yes, we do. However, if we do get a couple of injuries, we are going to look very, very frail indeed in terms of being confident to get it, because I don't see where the goals are going to come from if Tammy Abraham picks up an injury. I think that is the key fundamental thing right now for Chelsea. The centre-backs, we need them to start really building some form on a consistent basis. The main thing with defences this season for Chelsea is not only has the personnel been quite inconsistent, but the performances have also been quite inconsistent too. I do think that there is where we really need to strengthen. Isco at the disco, let me know in the comments down below, is it something you'd like to see happen? The price tag wouldn't be astronomical in the same kind of bracket as like a Jadon Sancho transfer, for example. So financially, it's something that Chelsea could probably execute during the January window. Isco's 27. He's in the prime years of his career. He's just not in his prime form right now. But he could definitely bring a lot to this Chelsea team, and I'd be open to the move from a bias standpoint because I really like him. The issues I have right now with Chelsea's approach is I don't think enough big moves are being made, or at least talked about with any real like firm interest for the positions that could really bolster us most to make me confident that we can definitely end the season in the top four. Because if we get Champions League football, our ability to sign top upper echelon players in the summer, it improves, well, it's either like a yes or a no thing. Like Jadon Sancho will not even consider Chelsea, I don't think, if we're in the Europa League next season, or God forbid we don't even play European football, if we have a massive collapse, which again, touch the flipping TV unit, I hope we don't. We need to really look at cementing that top four as the number one priority. Let's do the Bayern Munich time, just try and get out of that and see how far we can go in the Champions League. But getting into the Champions League, considering the policy that's going on at Chelsea right now, where we're not just splashing the cash for the sake of it, we're not throwing down big money moves for players that we know would benefit us and would improve the squad. It's a very tactful approach from Chelsea. The right players available will go for them. Frank Lampard has said it himself, but at the moment, that availability and Chelsea's willingness to put in the big money moves, it's not quite in synchronisation. But anyway, no real updates, to be quite honest, and the transfer ban that I put on myself was actually quite a good one. Had a little haircut, gone for the old skinny on the side, the skinhead look, and we're going to grow it out on the top a little bit just for anyone who's worried. I've sent a DM to the winner of the shirt, and if you haven't responded by tomorrow's video, then I'll announce it on the video, and then you'll have another day to respond, and then if you don't respond, I'll have to pick someone else. So the shirt winner has been messaged, so go and check your inbox to see if it was you. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Subscribe to the George Benson Football channel if you're new around here, and you haven't already. Hit the like button, and I'll be back tomorrow with a brand new video. See you all later. Bye-bye.